There's so many hidden Justin Baldoni jokes in Deadpool and Wolverine that we're gonna go through the whole thing and show you things you've never seen before. Ryan was so jealous of Blake and Justin's on-screen chemistry that he decided to make fun of Justin in every way possible. What Ryan didn't know is that Blake exaggerated and even made up instances that never occurred to get Ryan to turn on Justin and steal his movie. But things backfired on him and now his image took a huge hit. So he's gonna have to explain himself in court. So let's break down every single Deadpool moment that's associated with making fun of Justin Baldoni. This first scene shows Deadpool getting inappropriately touched by a costume designer, which Blake actually made Justin ship all the wardrobe to her house so she could try them on at home instead of at the production studio. It's also a reference to some Daily Raw footage that Ryan saw where they had close-ups of Blake's butt during the dance scene.
FYI, your tailor is a predator, but I love it.
Now the reason this line is important because he's referring to Justin just like he did in 2 other occasions. The first time was when Ryan reached out to Justin's personal agent and called him a deranged predator over the phone and berated him and saying that he needs to drop Justin. They are at the same agency, so that's how he can get in contact with him so easily. Not to mention he said don't show up to your own movie premiere because nobody wants you there. The second time was at the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere where he went up to an executive at the same agency and told them that Justin is a S predator. We know Ryan's got a lot of power, so not surprisingly, they dropped Justin Baldoni, even though he just had the most successful film financially of his career. Doesn't really make sense, but we know who's in charge.
Go ahead. Treat yourself.
Do you like what you see? My eyes are over here.
That guy knows what I'm talking about. His clothes say middle management, but his eyes say fucky.
This is in reference to Justin Baldoni's best friend, Jamie Heath, who's actually considered middle management as a producer on the film, and allegedly Blake said that he would be looking at her while she was breast pumping. Keep in mind, she told him that he was allowed to come in, and she was covered up, and there was multiple people in the room removing her makeup. Even though Jamie didn't agree with what Blake said, he offered multiple apologies, and she said, "It's okay, I know you weren't trying to cop a look."
Your buddy here is ready to throw it all away from me. You calling your wife? HR. Does your wife work in HR?
Ryan taking a dig here at Justin because, according to Blake, she made multiple HR complaints, but there was no HR department. Although texts after this date seemed to show Blake and Justin getting along perfectly.
Fingers are inside me, but not in a good way. My brain could taste your fingers and they tasted like hate. And where in God's name is the intimacy coordinator?
This is a direct reference to Justin's company Wayfarer Studios, where Blake likely said in her lawsuit that no intimacy coordinator was involved. It's actually crazy how many jokes in this movie are literally coming from It Ends With Us. But we know that Justin hired an intimacy coordinator, Blake knew about it, and he took notes when he met her to bring to Blake. In July 2023, Ryan posted this for Sandra Bullock saying, "For your birthday, I got us intimacy coordinators and an HR department. And clothing, question mark." Ryan also posted that Dogpool was the intimacy coordinator on set, and then every morning she stick her tongue down your throat. Kind of in reference to what Blake was saying in her lawsuit, which is that Justin made Blake do multiple kissing takes over and over again with no coordinator on set. Although Justin did nothing wrong with that because SAG protocols don't require one to be on set for kissing scenes. It's usually only the ones that involved physical intimacy. We also know she lied in her lawsuit about a scene where Justin was out of character, where he dragged his mouth from her ear to her neck and he said it smells so good, and none of this was in character. But in reality, we know he was just following the script, trying to be romantic in character, and she kept breaking and speaking out of character, and it was difficult to work with. She would not just give the director the shot that was in the script, and he played along, tried to be nice while also trying to capture the shot. Justin is clearly in character, trying to be romantic with Lily in this scene, so I don't see how you could see it any other way.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
Ryan's right. This is clearly a deranged predator taking advantage of a woman with no intimacy coordinator on set, while 100 crew members and extras are sitting there watching him harass her on set.
Oh my gosh, we don't shut up.
And Emily and I have we have these moments where
Staring. You just stare.
Literally we've done it for like 5 minutes.
He mentions how cute Blake and Ryan are together as a couple, and then he talks about how much he's in deep love with his wife. What a predator.
Oh my goodness, wait till you see Ladypool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and can't even tell.
We know Blake Lively played Ladypool in this movie, and we know Blake had just had a baby when she filmed It Ends With Us with Justin. And according to her lawsuit, which we know probably Ryan is the one who ran the whole thing, she said that Justin was always inappropriately talking about her body.
I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist.
Now we know Ryan made the nicepool character as a direct joke to make fun of Justin, but there's a lot more lines that actually are directed at Justin that a lot of people aren't talking about.
Where's your mask? Come on, guys. Oh, this guy.
This a jab at Justin for being attractive, insinuating that he's so full of himself.
You better hope that you don't run into the Deadpool core. Yeah, they're crazy. They will chop you up into 1,000 pieces and hide you all over the void. If they could only process their childhood trauma, they'd go on one heck of a healing journey.
Another direct shot at Justin, who always constantly has posted that he has been on tons of spiritual journeys to heal his inner self.
Because of the unique situation that I was in, so many traumas came up that I was resorting to like 7th grade vocabulary and find compassion and grace and love and hold that little boy that maybe said the thing that he shouldn't have said, and give that little boy the love that he didn't get when he was that age.
I'd be fighting alongside them, but my calling is to one day host a podcast that monetizes the women's movement.
This is an outtake that didn't make it to the movie, but we know he's talking about Justin because he has a podcast where he talks about men not being enough or being too toxic and how women are treated unfairly by men.
Hey, cowboy, my eyes are up here. I know it's tempting. I look at it too sometimes.
Another outtake that references when Blake was in her trailer and supposedly they were looking at her breastfeeding. But let's listen to them explain where Nicepool came from.
We started off with Nicepool, which was Ryan's alter ego. That's the first thing that we worked on.
And he's got these long flowing locks and he's sort of a Zen character.
So sorry about that. This place is beautiful. Boy, do I love playing Nicepool. He's just so manufactured.
Now, Blake did promote Deadpool on Instagram when she posted this, specifically mentioning one part where she says, "Nice men who use feminism as a tool, blah, blah, blah." Obviously attacking Justin right here.
Do you think that's one of the greater myths of feminism? That it's man-hating and that we, in order to accept it or embrace it, we would have to apologize for being male?
And so nice, so nice.
Ryan using quotations for the word nice would simply imply that Justin is really not nice or he's rude, but in reality, he is just nice, and Ryan didn't like that. He was just so likable. Even though when they texted back and forth, they were getting along well and they complimented each other.
That, you know, by the time his head is just blown clean off of his body, you're breathing a slight sigh of relief.
Reportedly, Nicepool's scenes were shot after the strike, which is after Blake and Ryan had their meeting with Justin for the continued production of It Ends With Us. And the director of the movie, Sean Levy, said a lot of improvisation occurred on set, even though a lot of the dialogue were things that were mentioned specifically in Blake Lively's list of requirements to return to filming. The character did exist in the original draft of Deadpool's script, but he's said to be a younger, buffer, better looking version of Ryan Reynolds, and it mentions nothing about a hair bun or being a feminist.
What's Cafe Gratitude doing here? Sorry about that.
This joke attacking how nice and grateful Justin is through their text back and forth with him and also with Blake. He's always very grateful and complimentary of her. We know, to add insult to injury, Blake Lively's Ladypool character ends up being the one that kills Nicepool in front of a flower shop, which is just too much of a coincidence since we know her character works at a flower shop in It Ends With Us.
You did that on purpose. I did no such thing.
Side note on this awkward interview that Ryan did to promote It Ends With Us, he used Brandon Sklenar here as a version of Justin Baldoni, where he just threw so many insults at him that were directly referencing stuff that Justin had talked to Blake about. I broke this whole thing down on my previous video if you want to take a look at that. And the reason that Ryan is friends with Brandon and they have no issues is the fact that Brandon and Blake had no intimate scenes together.
It's not every day a guy gets to interview the love interest of his best friend's wife.
Totally.
So listen, I've just got one question. What the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
I want to say Hugh Jackman didn't know they were openly mocking Justin Baldoni in this sketch, but what they did next was again exaggerate how nice Justin is and how it's connected to this Nicepool character.
Jawline. Is the way he finds the light?
No. It's like the light finds him. It's just like
Finds him. That's exactly right.
That's it. I was expecting not to like him.
Oh, yeah.
But he is so
nice. The nicest guy.
So
Everyone says you're
funny,
nice, but
charming,
he's-
kind.
Yeah.
What a wonderful guy.
Legal disclaimer, people, I'm just a guy reacting to stuff I find on the internet. Everything is alleged, rumors, gossip, opinions of others, and nothing is proven to be fact or real. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty.